Let's get into this.
Oh,
Whoa! Okay. What?
I love it, Tasteless. I love it. So already here with something we have not seen.
We've never seen that before.
Yeah.
And anything we've casted yet.
So yeah, that's Pylon on high ground, and then the little like Reaper jump spot that has the slow zone. You put the gateway in. So super cool already. That's going to give him much quicker rallies out. He doesn't want to bleed any additional units. Are you kidding me? Okay, so this is insane. This is, like, already it's been crazy and aggressive from Hero, but why is he making a Nexus at Maru's gold?
Well,
Maru
maybe
saw
because
the
it got
pylon?
spotted.
Oh, so Maru thinks it's like a proxy Stargate or something?
Or, yeah, or another gateway's going to be there or something weird. But I guess no matter what, Maru would try to come out there and check, right?
Right, so, yeah, if he sends any units there, and then he's like, oh, no, it's a Nexus, and he runs away. Like, what?
The Oracle's going to come in now. Keep in mind, these Marines have been pretty badly damaged, almost all of them. So, like, any extra kills here are going to allow, yeah, you can see already the Oracle's going to snowball that fight. So even more damage coming in.
Yeah, and he's diving on these Marines as well. The second Rax finishes its tech lab there. So now 3 Marines will be produced at a time. This Oracle is going to run out of energy relatively quickly here. He's trying to target down the SCVs that did already get damaged, but that's 8 kills on the first Oracle. That is pretty gigantic.
Yeah.
This is insane. And don't forget that because there's a Nexus next to that pylon, that's a very close warp-in location.
Yeah, it's a good launching pad for more attacks. And we see that Blink's coming in here. Keep in mind, a lot of Terrans just get chopped up by Blink attacks, you know, on normal games, but this is going to be that on steroids here with the gold base and having the gases that you have in your main. I mean, you know, with the way that the mineral gas count balances out with Stalkers, that's just going to be a lot more Stalkers coming out.
Yeah, that's for sure. And don't forget, Hero historically has been our #1 Blink Stalker micro player in the world many, many times.
So the probes are now soaking up the gold base minerals, and he takes another gold.
Of course.
Of course. As he does it, it seems so obvious.
Dude. He's like Michael Phelps, okay? You don't go to the Olympics looking for 1 gold medal. You go looking for as many as you can get.
Well, I think we're out of gold bases after that for this map. He's going to set up now with the Stalkers to try to, I would assume, blink into the main. I mean, that seems like the obvious move here. He has another pylon out here, so we can seesaw warp-ins, whether that be from the gold base or from here. And this could be the death blow, because I think he can deny... Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
he's going to be able to come out here. Yeah, for a second I'm like, that's stim, and then no, it's not. Excuse me.
Not this time. Not quite that good. The stim does chase him out of there. Maru is starting to stabilize.
Yes.
He's on 4 barracks. It looks really weird what we're looking at, to be honest. It's just bioproduction. I've never seen anyone do this.
The bunker. He lost the bunker, which means it's much harder to have a foothold here to try to defend. Keep in mind, these warp-in counts are going to get ridiculous. More gateways, by the way, being made over here at the second gold base, the one that's closer to Hero's side of the map. Maru's pulled SCVs and the rest of his infantry. He wants to try to snowball a fight. This could be a little bit do or die, though.
Yeah, this is looking a little bit rough. Like, he has to make this work. We don't have any other tech for Maru. Like, it's not like there's medevacs. This army, what you see is what you get. He's going to end up stimming it eventually.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to work out, Tasteless.
Yeah, really good control here by Hero. Kind of cutting the army into 2, and then taking the weaker side of the fight and blinking over to the safer side. And remember, those SCVs were not mining, so it's not just that Hero survives that, it's that he's lost, or Maru rather, has lost resources in the process. We're seeing that second gold base kick in as a comical amount of gateways are being made. I don't think he wants to tech Artosis.
No.
I think he basically wants to just overpower him and bludgeon him with what he has, but Maru fights back very well.
And honestly, I think he's probably surprised he hasn't overpowered Maru yet, because Maru will not make a factory, Tasteless. These 2 are refusing to get anything else.
This almost looks like a kind of a low-level, high-level game with people that don't know the higher tech trees, so they're just making the same stuff that they started out making. It looks like the Zealots are going to be able to come in here with the charge. They do get on top of the SCVs. The Stalkers begin to lose the fight with the infantry, but so many workers killed, 21 so far.
Oh my god, the economy of Maru is just shredded there. 23 workers remain. Some mules will come down. He's trying to get a bunker up to stabilize some more, but this gets worse and worse. Hero's economy is insane right now.
Okay, we see the Zealots come in now. I think Maru can't last. GG, Hero takes game 1.
Insta tech lab. Okay.
Okay. Let's see what we got with this.
The only thing I can think, Tasteless, is he might get a Cyclone right away because that, in general, is just going to be a good unit against Hero.
I think the Cyclone, you know, it's funny, these units that were made a long time ago, they end up filling roles that were just not quite intended for them.
I feel a little bit bad for Maru because his opener against anything cheesy would have been nice. But like you said, Hero decides to do like a normal macro play, goes into Blink Stalker. Like, the Cyclone is not as... It's better against everything in the game than it is against Blink Stalkers.
It's bad if you make a defensive unit, if you invest into that, and then nothing aggressive comes at all.
Yeah.
Now, Marrow is going to have the Widowmine drop coming out here. We got to see, you know, how prepared for Hero this is. This can be good or bad for both sides, depending on, you know, who does the damage. If he loses the medevac and the 2 Widowmines, it doesn't kill anything bad for Terran. But if he can get a bunch of probes, which he might do now, it could be huge.
Ooh,
good
Hero.
reaction time here. Hero is going to lose.
Quick.
Okay, so that's an acceptable amount. But losing the medevac and then losing the Widowmines.
Well, that was optimal for Hero.
Okay.
That was perfect.
That was perfect.
Just, if you look at what each of them have been aiming for and doing this entire game, Hero's stuff has worked perfectly and Maru's hasn't.
Yeah. Well, the fact that every little tactic that Hero's had at the start of this game has been literally perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, he has not lost any more than the bare minimum. That's pretty incredible.
Maru doesn't know that, but here do come the SCVs.
There's an Archon drop coming, but the Archon drop is going to signal to him when he sees no SCVs there that the all-in's coming. So the all-in is going to happen.
Yeah, Maru deciding that this is his best chance. That is a lot of charge lots, and that's a lot of Psystorm still. Like, he's going to have 2 more. Look at that. Oh, right on the tanks as well. Blinks forward, gets one of the tanks. The other tank, Soko's there, goes down, but there's still a lot of bio left over.
He can pull away, but Hero has to play this perfectly from here on out.
Oh, man.
Basically, Marrow wants to swing this game, but without a tank there, it's kind of hard to have any position where you can just hammer away at them. The SCVs are getting thinned out. He throws a couple more Zealots in there. The splash of the Archon picks it up. Oh, man, huge storm onto those Marines.
Yeah, he needs about 1 to 2 more storms, and he can absolutely wipe this. Looks like he has one almost ready, about 10 seconds to go. The Prism is back online now. He still has those double Immortals. Maru healing up. He still has a little bit of medevac energy here. Oh my god, he disables the Robo right now. Gets into the natural, going after the probes. This is fantastic for Maru. So much damage being dealt.
Yeah, this is insane. The Nexus is going to go down. The Robo is unpowered. Maru's going to pick up, but can he get out? I don't see anything over here at the 3rd. He's going to drop on the 3rd? Or does he just try to
get
escape?
Out of here, man. You're ahead. Like, aren't you well ahead here?
Yeah, without a Nexus, that's pretty bad. It's 41 probes to 32 SCVs. Hold on. He might be able to trap this.
Ooh.
These are very squishy medevacs.
You're right.
Oh!
Actually, a little bit of misplay there from Hero. He definitely could have done it.
Oh my god, and he targets the 2 weak ones.
Yeah. Well, we almost have 1-1 done for Maru. What do you think, Taste? It's like, who's actually advantaged after all that?
I thought it was very tough to say.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be Maru by a fair margin, but really looking at it right now, it feels like it's actually just going to come down to engagements. Like, if we have some good EMPs, that's good, but if he doesn't nail those, the storms can rip.
It could certainly go either way. I think you're completely right. It's been a real back and forth. Terran is going to try to push out again now. There is a 3rd command center started here, so Terran's not relying on just kind of eking out as many resources as possible on 2 base and kind of dragging the game to a halt. But
good feedbacks there on the Ghost.
Really good.
There are a couple there still with good energy as well.
Subpar Psystorm there. A lot of Immortals here. I mean, this is a pretty daunting army to try to take on. He's got the Widowmines up here. He's got a good foothold. But Hero pretty nicely just lets the Stalkers take damage and blinks them away. He chips out the mines.
Yeah, he actually just got the Observer with that mine shot, which is pretty big. And now Maru's starting to shave this down. Oh, that's a huge Psystorm all over the army. But Maru actually has a lot of energy on these medevacs, and he's damaging everything. Now, the 4 Immortals coming forward, they all just use their shields, but still too much for Maru. He must run away.
Yeah, Hero just completely cleans up that foothold. The 4th Nexus is going to be all the way in the bottom left corner. I don't know when Terran's going to scout that. I personally, probably like a lot of people, thought it was going to be adjacent to the main.
Yeah.
That's a more ordinary place to expand to. This may give Marrow a bad read as far as what's going on. because right now Marrow may think he's actually preventing a 4th base, where meanwhile it started somewhere else on the map.
Yeah. Oh my God, these EMPs.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. The Archons are just about nothing right now.
They're so squishy at the moment. Another scan.
Maru's got to be careful, though. There is still a lot of damage here from hero. He has 6 Immortals, 3 up this ramp, 3 up the other right now. Comes down with both sets. Backing up once again. Still EMPs available. This is so many mines back here as well. He really needs, like, disruptors.
Yeah, this may be too much damage here for hero. That, was that all of them? Almost. There's a couple more all the way in the back, but yeah.
He got 4 mines with that hit.
Liberators are going to be set up here. We're getting to the point where Hero's army may start to just get completely fractured off into 2 groups. And then Marrow's going to try to find which spot is better to try to pick a fight. And keep in mind, he maybe could get the pylon. Maybe that's just not quite in range. But there's disruptors coming out in pairs here.
Yeah, and with 4, I think that we have to see great micro here from Hero. He's got to launch these and pick off the Liberators. Okay, 1 goes away. And, oh God, he's not being able to pick off the other one when the Disruptors go down. Finally, he does end up getting it and pushes everything back. He's got the weirdest unit comp I've ever seen. This is like a reject Protoss versus Protoss army.
He's looking for an opening.
How do you fight this as Maru?
I feel like, yeah, this army that Hero has doesn't really have an Achilles heel, right?
I mean, think like if he had like 4 Liberators right now, I'd be feeling a lot better about his position, you know?
Yeah, well, he's going to be able to get in range of the SCVs, and that's going to force Terran to try to take a fight. Ghost can't really help in a moment like this, right?
Yeah, he's throwing down some good EMPs for sure, which is making Hero really hesitant to pull the trigger.
Look at Hero. Look at the respect here. Not going to hold his ground here for too much longer. Good Disruptor shots coming out here.
Oh, boy.
And, whiffs the SCVs. That could have been just insane.
Hey, he's really missing most of his Disruptor shots. He does need a good one. That one's okay-ish. But the Immortals themselves are so strong in this situation, they are going to help to push everything back as well. Maru microing frantically, but does pull back. He actually saves a lot of Marauders and Ghosts. Goes back behind his mine line.
That was a pretty perfect engagement from Hero. Even though the Disruptor shots whiffed a little bit, overall, he basically won that fight. He drove Marrow away. He's going to attack in. And look, Hero... Okay, I thought Marrow was going to go for a counterattack. In fact, he is going to go for a counter. I think he thought about maybe coming in from behind and trying to flank him.
Yeah, Maru has a very podunk army right here to try to hold on, but immediately forces a cancel on this Nexus. Okay. Oh, that's a hard fight to take. Hero is figuring out that there is not enough here to actually hold on against his main army.
When you see nothing here, you know a counterattack's coming. But actually, that's not even coming. Dude, he can just snipe down the CC.
Oh, yeah. More than that, too. He's going to kill a bunch of these SCVs. This is looking like Hero is going to be able to take it. Tasteless. He is actually down in army supply, which is almost shocking to see.
It looks like he caught some Disruptors that were coming through there to try and reinforce. He killed that, which is that's a good catch. The problem is it's 3-base Terran to soon-to-be 5-base Protoss. That's not the main CC, by the way, that's landing right now, which I thought it was at a first glance.
Yeah, it's a natural CC.
Oh, that's where it is. Okay. I looked over at the bottom right main. I'm like, oh, that's weird. Okay.
Yeah,
it's right. It's from the net.
He had that ready at his natural or something? No. Yeah, that's what a tough situation that we're in right now.
Marrow is stretched very thin. You know, that one luxury of being a Terran is that you can replace a lost base with your main command center. In this case, he's going to do it with his natural, but... You know, 1 or 2 big losses from here on out for Marrow, and Hero's going to take this game. It's a real uphill fight for Marrow. Again, still very, very doable. It's an uphill fight, but it's Marrow. He can pull it off.
Well, he's just going to have to take, like, a very good engagement, I think, and it's definitely doable, like you said. Like, look at how many Marauders and Ghosts he has in here. Very good medevac count as well. Okay, he's going to immediately evacuate against the Robo-heavy army that comes out. Oh, he hits himself. I love it. Loses a Stalker and half of his Immortal health. Okay, cool. But here Marrow goes now. Oh, that's some big EMPs that go down.
Yep.
A lot of damage on this Terran army, and Marrow is going to get out of here. Or try to, at least.
Yeah, he's going to have some losses, though. Keep in mind, this is like a big wave of Protoss units that can probably just meet him over at his base over here on the far right.
Seriously. It's like an avalanche. It's just going for him.
It's a tsunami that's just moving across the map.
A star exploded, Tasteless, and he is but a planet that it's coming towards.
Okay, so, the only thing that was really standing in his way are the mines here. It seems like he just keeps losing observers in this game, by the way. It's kind of this, like, sub-story of the fight in this game is how many observers are gunned down.
Dude, I gotta say, by the way, this style from hero is so refreshing. This is amazing to see now. Oh, Maru maybe gonna dive here. No, decides not to.
Well, he's going to dive under the command center and force Terran to either give up the CC or take a fight.
It's so hard to take these fights, though, and that's what I think Hero has brought something new here again. The Terrans are getting so good at these engagements, and especially Maru really likes Marauders. There's 7 Immortals.
Is he going to repair this thing?
It's so hard to actually take that engage with Marauders.
He's sending SCVs up here to repair this. Oh, maybe a sloppy moment here from Hero.
Yeah.
That could have been the move that Marrow was waiting for.
I think you're right about that, but I don't know if it's going to be enough still. A decent hit does take out some Marauders on the side. Oh, another one. 3 more fall, and I just don't think that there's enough of this many Immortals.
Yeah, as you're seeing the dust settle here, there's just way too many Protoss units. He's trying to pull away. He can't. I think this is going to be GG. I think Hero's going up 2-0.
GG. And then Hero is actually grabbing double gas here and immediately proxy. Now, what will this be? Most likely Stargate stuff. Now, this is kind of a different play, right? Like, he went for the quick Oracle. He's not really using it. He killed a Reaper. And he's gone Twilight behind it while expanding. So, it's almost like he's forcing Oracle defense when he's not really even caring or using the Oracle.
That medevac just grazed by the Stargate. And Hero's going to try to get ready to fight this. There's a lot of different things that can happen in this game because of all the moving parts on both sides.
Yeah.
So here comes that drop. I don't see any defense over here. So
that's an angle you don't think about.
Whoa. The trap. Oh, my God. We saw the traffic jam happen there through the mineral patch. You got to really know where you want to click them and to try to drive them through a really narrow corridor like that.
Yeah.
It's funny because I feel like the AI is so buttery smooth usually with units trying to fit through areas that you don't see a lot of bumping. That was a moment where there was a lot of friction when the units tried to move through, and that's a big amount of workers killed.
Yeah, and suddenly you look at this, Maru's actually ahead on workers right now. That's absolutely fantastic. Phoenix flying through, trying to get a bit of scouting done.
Now, is Marrow going to go for the timing? I guess he is. Okay, so this actually may be kind of brilliant here by Hero. Because Hero's saying, all right, he's going to take a fight. Let's invest in just barely winning the fight, and then we'll figure out the game from there.
Yeah. Well, with what he's gone for, he's just going to have Zealot Archon, and it's going to be actually a kind of surprising amount. I think that Maru may be unready for exactly how much he's about to face. Okay, sees it, charges up. He does have a couple mines and a couple tanks in here, and of course he has that Raven, which can be huge. Let's see how this one goes down. Oh, the feedback is so sick right there. And the overcharge is doing fantastic work. Tries a boost forward with an offensive mine into the back lines there of Hero, but he does get it targeted down.
Oh, dude, that amount of damage on the Stalkers, I don't know. This is rough. There is one Archon here, some batteries helping out too.
The overcharge is gone now, so it should be a little bit easier for Maru to do whatever it is he wants to do up in here.
He's going to take an easy win over here and just kill off that Stargate and the pylon. But is he going to push forward with the tanks? The answer is no. He's going to back up and try to regroup. Tough call for Maru to make.
Yeah, I think it's solid overall, though. Like, if he goes back and reinforces, he shaved off some of the army of Hero now, and Hero's army is not that high quality. It's like Zealot Archon for the most part. Looks like he's going to keep a couple High Templars, so getting into that storm. But with 12 Marauders out, I mean, it looks to me like Maru has the type of army that Hero can't do much against.
Okay, kind of a crazy little attacking over here.
Oh, that's kind of cute. Look at that. He goes. Doesn't quite get it.
Yeah, I think the idea was that he was just going to force cancel that and then run back out. But ghosts are now going to be a factor here.
Yeah, some Zealots coming down on the other side as well. Double Forge coming up, as well as that Disruptor tech. Or possibly he'll go into Colossus. I think actually Colossus would serve him pretty well this game.
Yeah, this is definitely the roughest game from hero. It does feel like Marrow is almost to the tipping point. Now, that's all based off whether or not hero can fight this off. If hero fights this off, maybe the game goes on and we have, not a Terran closure. Whoa, big storm there, at least the first one. The second one, a little overlapping.
The EMP is amazing there, though, as well. Continues to push forward a little bit.
The tank is the biggest problem here. If he can get rid of the tank, he can maybe use disruptors. He does get the tank. A bit of neglect there from Maru. But this is a real wrecking ball of an army. Now, behind all this, Zealots are killing off SCVs. So the longer Maru goes without killing a base off, the better it gets for heroes. And these storms are insane, by the way.
Really fantastic storms. And don't forget that the Zealots have killed a lot. He had Zealots in the main, he had Zealots at the third. I believe the third one has been cleaned up as well, so that's the end of that harassment, but very solid from hero. And you put on top of that some of these good storms, the fact that he has 2 sources of splash up here at his 4th Nexus. I don't think he's going to die. But Maru is very good against that, so he looks like he's dodging.
Wrong. He just wasn't looking. I'm going to say, so much of this game comes down to just being ready before something happens. That was a moment where Maru saw the weakness, he came in there, he got the kill, and we're starting to see hero kind of collapse here. He can't grow on either side of his 4th base.
And losing 4 Disruptors is not going to help him do that any quicker. A big
God.
drop into the main base now from Maru. Hero out of position, does a recall as well as a warp in. He actually overcharges that right away. I'm not sure exactly how useful that will end up being.
Okay, nice snipes.
Well, he will kill off quite a bit from that, but of course that always can revisit later. Meantime, Maru's other army hitting the 4th base. This is the last really healthy base from Hero. If Maru can do any damage over there, I mean, Hero is going to be on his last legs.
Hero may try to come back and push down here. Now, Maru put his lumps in, but he did take some damage in the process. So the question now is, does Maru have enough to actually push back against this attack here? Because Maru's landing his 5th in the bottom right corner. Right now, Hero basically sharking around the map, trying to see if there's any kind of fight he could take. He might want to try to go up towards the natural, but he's not. Instead, he's going to come in here. Oh, he's got to be careful. That Colossus is just sticking out so much.
Don't worry, S4 charge lost a tank for it, Tasteless. Very different looking comp right there.
Both armies are maxed out. Marrow has a little bit more, but a lot of this will depend on how splash damage connects onto the Terran army.
That's for sure.
The math gets a bit fuzzier.
Look at these armies, though. Seriously, 25 Blink Stalkers? Such an interesting composition here. Let's see what he gets done. He moves forward, picking off immediately the Liberators. One of the Colossus dies instantaneously. And then he sends off every disruption ball at once.
Yeah, over to the planetary, which I think gives us more questions than answers about this engagement.
That was a big panic move right there, man. Everyone knows about throwing all the Disruptor balls at once.
Yeah, things are happening very quickly, and you kind of spam it out, and nothing makes any sense. I don't know if we're going to see GG yet, but it does feel like the writing's kind of on the wall here.
Hero's still mining well for the time being, but his army is terrible now. He's lost all of his robo units, basically, and Maru's just going to push forward. I think that this is it.
This should be over. I don't see any way to recover. Hero does like to have a lot of his infrastructure kind of surrounding his nexuses, but he's already lost so much, and I just don't see, you don't ever really see games where the Protoss is down 2 bases and the Terran is, roaming the map like he is, and that the Protoss somehow wins. That just sounds like the Terran would have had to throne, and I just don't see it happening.
He's not going to be doing that. No way, no how. Hero trying to take down his planetary. It's going to be a bit much for those Zealots to handle right now. Some EMPs coming down. Maru maybe going for the kill here. A little bit disjointed, bring the rest of his army up towards the 3rd base location. Hero microing his heart out, but that's about all he has left.
Yeah, the Disruptor shots come in. I think we're going to see Hero tap out, and this is going to show that we got ourselves a series now.
Yeah, we certainly do.
Maru won was probably the most important game for him so far. GG. And, I mean, let's see what happens in Game 4. I mean, maybe Maru can try to pull this back together. So far, at least for both sides, we don't see anything that is super off course, off a normal course for a game.
Four-gate Blink Robo.
Exactly. So he says, all right, well, you kind of seen that everything looks normal. Now we're going to amp it up. So we want to watch the first few seconds of this very quickly. Now, Marrow probably knows this is a possibility. We're going to see how much he actually anticipates this. There are no mines here. The tank is in range. He blinks in. He kills it. The Cyclone's next. And now the damage can start to really add up. Now, there's one more tank, and that's the unit we always want to watch in this situation, is the tank.
Yeah.
When the tank count gets to 0, the Protoss gets out of control.
Now, here comes the blink. The bunker goes down no matter what here. He will pull back. Now, how much damage is Maru actually going to end up taking? That's the big question. USCV's going down. We could see like a depot die in here. He blinks over to the side. That Prism just kind of keeping an eye on everything. But don't forget, even though we see all this damage being dealt, it's not like herO's doing a ton at home. He is getting a third Nexus, which is pretty big. He's pumping in a probe here and there, but it's not like he has splash damage behind this or Immortals behind this.
So the tank came down the ramp, and he's not making more tanks, so that's all he has. So I feel like now the abuse is going to come into the main. Normally 2 or 3 is the number. He could end up shutting down combat shields. I mean, that's not game altering, but it's something, and you take what you can get in a game like this.
Absolutely.
Dude,
all right, shaves a few.
Pretty perfect, I would say, all things considered. So look, Terran's not going to die, but Protoss doesn't win outright.
Yeah, the game is not over. There's still a lot of play left, I think, on both sides here.
Yeah, so Marrow's going to all in. Very decisive move. Marrow, this is also, by the way, probably kind of like hero reacted earlier and did this strat. Marrow probably making this move after seeing the bad play with the Stalkers.
Yeah, you put that together with just the fact that he's scaling up well against that like very aggressive 4-gate. There's a third base here. He's going to try it. Here we go. 2 Immortals are out, so you do have to be careful about that. Tank siege is up. Trying to put some damage there. The Marines do lead for now. Just whittling off units as he can. Okay, there's the overcharge. Now Maru pulls back completely during the overcharge. He's going to pick off a lot of these Zealots.
Ooh.
Wow, that's a big commitment from hero.
He gets the tank, though.
Was it worth the amount of Zealots?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think it actually is, because the SCVs go back home. It's a worker count lead right now for hero. And Marrow's kind of lost at sea here in the middle of the map. He may try to pick up and go to the main. That might be a little bit too predictable, but that's a lot of times, like when the Terrans losing the fight out here, they're like, Doom drop.
Yeah. And now hero is just kind of boxing him around. He's pushing him back a little bit, blinking to the side, picking off a couple of units here and there. And the Immortal production has truly begun now. Like, he is being consistent on these Immortals, which, Maru stands for Marauder, right? Marauder. And he likes to make a lot of them. He's got 3 Tech Lab Raxes right now pumping those bad boys out. So as the Immortal count grows, that's going to be tough for Maru to deal with.
Okay, so I don't think he should push in. Actually, that's a lot. Thing is,
I don't think you should push in either.
The thing is, he might be able to win with that, but like that's definitely the way that Marrow might come back. You know what I mean?
You might win or you might lose. Whereas if he just plays,
he all-ins on that one tank there, and then that loses in the game. It's the same tank from before.
Oh my god! Really, really scary army. Psystorm is almost done. It's just about to finish. There it is. That's a lot of Immortals as well.
There it is.
There it is, Stasis, and here they come.
Okay, he's going to come in now. And it seems like he almost doesn't even need to storm anything to win this fight. So this remains a little bit of an ace up his sleeve here with that inside the War Prism. And you almost want to try to act like you're overextending here and then wait for them to whip around and then drop and stim. Even sees that. Oh!
I tell you,
big punish.
Oh, man. Yeah, this is rough. Maru turning his tail and running. And it's sad to see, right? He's up there looking for an attack, then he turns around and starts a command center at the same time. And you're like, uh-oh, that is admitting defeat right there. Very tough position. Here hero comes. Getting ready, has High Templars out. Maru making a beautiful spread. I don't think you can break that.
That's the thing, is that Maru is very good at waiting and kind of just saying, all right, make your move, come at me. Now, hero has no fourth. Hero is not trying to do any kind of what we might call like a win more move, He's in a very good spot here. SCVs are being pulled right now. Stim comes in. Whoa.
Oh my god, EMP goes down, and one storm does hit. The SCVs are here ready to fight as well.
Dude, I think Marrow wins this fight.
Yeah, I think you're actually right about that. He's starting to get in on top of absolutely everything. Those Immortals, though, starting to deal some serious damage.
With no War Prism to juggle this.
Oh my god.
Dude,
that was crazy. He even landed the Vikings over to deal the extra damage there.
Oh my god.
Maru's army.
I can't believe this.
Maru's army is way better right now.
Yeah.
Way better.
This is going to be a haunting game for hero if he loses it. Because I just don't see much of anything to fight with.
No, he doesn't have very much. He's making an Immortal. He's making a couple Archons.
Artosis, one thing to note, it's 60 probes to 29 SCVs. Yeah. So Hero's economy is basically double Maru in a pretty econ-heavy game here. So keep in mind, again, there is no third base for Terran.
No,
the counterattack comes in. This is actually pretty daring to do right now, considering that Hero's barely hanging on.
That puts a lot of pressure on Maru, though, doesn't it?
Well, it's enough to probably also fight what comes out of the command centers. Like, this isn't really an actual perfect number of zealots for this counterattack. It's not. It's the Goldilocks amount of zealots. Not too little, not too many.
All right, here we go. He's actually microing very, very well. He waited for the overcharge to end, picks off an Immortal there to the side. Very nice, dragging him back to the mines, but the mines don't actually go off. They are very low on medevac energy, which is an issue.
This is such a good finals.
Oh my god.
Dude, this is such a good finals.
Yeah, but it feels right now like Hero is gaining the edge again in this game.
No, I think he really, again, those 5 zealots, it's such the perfect number.
Yeah.
It was enough that reinforcements couldn't really come in. SCVs really got killed off. Remember the old Starcraft days where they'd make like 11 in that moment, and it's like, oh, that's
Terran
cool.
kills you.
And then, the Terran just kills your army and lifts off his buildings and wins the game. That was really good instinct from Hero. Hero is taking a 4th. Marrow has a 3rd. But it's a pretty brittle position for Marrow overall.
Yeah, he doesn't have great defense anywhere. He's sitting here like trying to heal up his medevac some, trying to heal up his army, gaining energy once again. Hero gaining massive map control right now, still up in economy. That's a pretty scary force as well.
So Hero should know about the base at 3 o'clock. It is not an easy position on this map specifically, easy to push up into the natural. You have this. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Very good side storm, but comes back over, kills off that Archon immediately. A lot of damage on the Prism as well. He's got to watch out for that. Another nice storm on Maru's army. Maru having to retreat here once again. Storm's just blanketing. Hero just relentless with the storm drops.
He's coming in again.
And he's even pushing not fully morphed Archons into the battle. Great EMPs go off.
This is it. Hero's won this game. In a nail biter, he does pull it off. GG, Hero.
Right, Twilight on the way here for Hero.
What Hero's been doing is interesting as well. He's gone more and more reserved conservative play as he's getting further ahead. He's kind of like, no, you know what? I kind of got this. So
we have seen that a little bit,
yeah.
Really only the first game was mega cheesy from him.
Yeah, and that might have just been because that map was the first map.
I can't believe he's actually doing this.
What?
This is crazy.
Wait.
Oh, I guess he gets him.
We had been like,
wow, okay,
looking at each other and talking so long about big picture stuff. I'm like, does he have Blink yet?
That got like nothing.
No,
that was a pretty failed drop, unfortunately. I think we are going to see Hero move forward and try to be active here. This actually kind of reminds me of the way that Trap oftentimes plays PvT, where he gets Storm kind of abnormally fast, and then will kind of attack into the third base a little bit before Ghosts are ready. So that could be what we're going for. I mean, maybe he just goes for like a Psy Storm drop as well. We did see one of those earlier today.
Sure. By the way, not that common to Psy Storm drop like this.
No, not that common. Yeah.
Maybe it's a little bit more common like right now in the current meta, but historically it's not been. This is actually kind of more of a StarCraft 1 thing.
Yeah.
That has been trending more like right now in StarCraft 1 too, so it's kind of funny to see it happening here now.
Good ideas are good ideas, my man.
Yeah, well sometimes we see these games sort of impact each other. One of the problems with doing the Psy Storm drop is it's hard to kill that many SCVs with it.
Storm not quite as strong in StarCraft 2.
Yeah.
couple medevacs being picked up. You know, just picking off pylons on the side, right? Ooh, 10.
Okay, that's way more than I thought.
Yeah.
But even there, you can kind of see it doesn't get all of them. It hits most, but oh, he's going to come back in. Whoa.
All right,
now,
gets a few more.
That's pretty huge. Keep in mind, you know, when you have this many bases like hero, Marrow's workers are much more, it's more congested on the bases. There's a lot more, not super saturation, but like everything's together, right? So those storm drops are pretty damaging. Hero's going up to 5 bases, which is like, he's basically at endgame PvT in this matchup.
Yeah, he has a lot going on right now. 2 disruptors at a time. Stalker's out walking across the map.
Now, Maru has some good stuff going on as well. He's still in a pretty defensive stance. Yeah, he's taking a bit of damage here and there, but he has enough. I don't think he's going to like be broken. You know, attacking in with disruptors is actually kind of hard.
Yeah. Now, is this going to be an overextension here from Hero? I know that Terran's going up to 4 bases. I guess he is being pretty safe about it, right? We haven't seen him kind of moving with anything too huge.
Opening one of the biggest areas here. Some EMPs go down. Maru with excellent defense. I don't, like, I appreciate what Hero's trying to do here. He's hitting all the different sides. He's trying all these things. He's not overcommitting. Yeah, it takes a little bit of damage, but he's poking, he's prodding, he's seeing if there's any weakness. But the fact that not a lot has happened means that Maru is already kind of set up, and he's good at these engagements. I don't know what Hero's going to get done.
I agree. I'm not sure that Hero, I mean, it doesn't mean that it's bad that he's doing this, but it does seem like this isn't going to go anywhere, especially like that bottleneck he's trying to move through.
Hero is trying to do a counterattack here to try to like punish him for it. We'll see if that ends up working. Nice EMP, trying to take out those static defenses.
Oh, shutdown on the Raven.
That was big. A ton of disruption balls come out. But Maru's killing some bases here as well. I don't think that this attack from Hero like kills Maru by any means.
If he gets into the main, I think this is going to be a big problem for Maru because that's all the infrastructure. He didn't raise it up.
Oh, no.
It's too late now. Oh, my God.
Yeah, everything kind of walking up. Tries to set up some Liberators. He does have some siege tanks here as well. Okay, he's starting to whittle this down a little bit. Oh. That's a beautiful storm. There's so many disruptors in here. I'm actually starting to get pretty scared for Maru.
I don't think that Maru can recover this is the problem. It's basically like an ant farm trying to navigate through all these buildings, which is going to be really good for the disruptor shots.
But where's his queen, Tasteless? He's got to defend it. This is rough.
Look at this.
More storms, more disruptors, trying to set up these Liberators to push everything back, but Hero is just, he's having quite the time back here.
Oh! And look, Maru, I think, is eventually going to clean up here, but, oh, he's going to recall that. I think it's all going to get killed off, right? Now.
He saves like 1.
But look at the funding right now. Even though supplies are even, there's a lot more money to go around here for Hero.
For sure. Now look at this, a huge blink in, a lot of units, but Maru very quickly, very swiftly gets in here, drops for that defense, but double disruptor comes out as well. A little bit rough there. Maru trying to punish as best he can. He might end up getting these disruptors, so that's nice. Pushes everything back. He has lost 20 probes, but hey, 62 is fine on the amount of bases he has.
This is such a funny game now. Now, I think Hero can still win this, but I feel like it was a lot more clear before he went into the main. I still also don't think going into the main was a bad idea, but it did not go as well as it should have gone for Hero.
Well, he was always going to lose everything when he went up there. It was either you literally win the game or everything's going to die.
Yeah.
Just how efficient can you end up being?
And it really goes to show you what one mind can do to delay an entire army like this. Well, when you get siege tanks in high numbers, it's very hard to actually fight them head on. The problem with siege tanks in high numbers is if they're not covering one area like this one here, you kind of see what happens. The Protoss gets to sort of have free range. I think right now Hero might be maybe being a little bit too respectful.
Maybe.
It does seem like this. Yeah, so you can see the SVs are going to have to come out the moment he looks like he's going to commit.
Some siege tanks come down to help cover that as well.
You know, Archon is on the topic of all these siege tanks. Okay, so maybe he can't get in there now, but also he's not going to kill that base at the bottom left that, Hero has now.
Yeah, that's a fair point, and that is actually kind of an important base to kill. Now, Maru is expanding in that direction. He's got a lot of sensor towers. This is looking at one of those Terran Berserks that we've been seeing more recently, right?
Yeah.
A little bit of, like, he's going for an exhaust play almost. But Protoss can be pretty damn efficient, so I'm not exactly sure if this is going to end up working, but we have seen Maru try stuff like this before. Now, a huge move here from hero coming in from that left side. Very quickly relocating his army for this attack.
All he's got to do is be on that side of the command center and have enough disruptor shots. He should be okay.
Comes in once again,
dude,
more
this
and
is
more
a
units.
lot. It's a lot, Artosis.
Ooh, but look, if he goes forward, he loses a lot of units here as well. Some of his economy being hurt. Good dodging from Maru overall, but he is getting shaved down a little bit by the Disruptors. Oh god, that is a lot of Zealots added in now. Maru standing and fighting for a moment. He is going to have to pull back further, though, as the Disruptors come out.
Okay, it might have been an overextension here. He's going to back up. No SCVs mining at this, by the way. It's 78 workers to 54. So it was 16 SCVs actually killed back there. He's going to try to regroup. Now, with the Zealots coming in, he can actually try to take another fight. Again, hero has a massive econ lead here, and dropping this base down here at 6 o'clock is only going to get Marrow further behind.
Yeah, that is painful. He really needs another base right now. Like, his third base has to be almost gone. The fourth base, well, he's had to run SCVs from it several times, so that's probably still pretty healthy. But when your income is doubled by your opponent, that is never a good sign.
Okay, he's going to come down again. This is a lot of tanks.
It really is.
It's, but I guess he has enough to just get in here.
Oh my
It
god.
seems like we're starting to see Marrow get pulled apart. He's
Yeah.
beginning to fray at the seams. He just sort of can't put out all these fires at once.
It doesn't seem like he has enough to hold on. He actually goes back to try to repair this one.
Oh,
His
yeah,
command
it's too
center is
much.
running low.
Oh my god, I think we're almost to the end, Artosis.
It does look that way. A ton of Zealots coming in. Maru doing his best to repair this planetary, to hold on. The planetary falls. SCV's running along with Marines and Marauders.
The planetary's sort of a fail-safe when you're down in supply. You at least have that big bulky building to take the fight. But he drops that, and therefore Terran gives up that position. 6 o'clock has been reclaimed. Mules dropped. Yeah, I thought
looks
it was
like
going to
they
be
get cleared
Zealots,
very
but
quickly,
yeah.
though.
Oh, he tries to blow with the eBay. The Zealots still spill through. The blink on top comes in. Oh, the Disruptor shots are insane. The planetary goes down.
Oh my god, one command center does end up living. The orbital gonna go back over and land immediately. Maru is trying his best to hold on. He is down quite a bit in supply. A lot of it is workers, though.
True, the army supply is huge right now.
Yeah, and he's got great upgrades. He's got a strong composition, but hero, I mean, he's just buying everything. Look at this, Fleet Beacon, 3 more Stargates. He's gonna start really switching it up. Look at it, it's like he sends in, what is it, 16 Zealots or so, kills 2 siege tanks. Doesn't matter.
Well, he can do this. I mean, he can basically trade out extremely inefficiently and bring Marrow to his knees.
Maru is going to need another base pretty quickly here. I mean, killing these armies efficiently is not going to be enough over the long term, I think. The Zealots coming in, he's going to pick those off pretty darn easily, honestly. Doesn't lose very much. Look at this. Maru's up like a little bit in army. Well, and then 10 Zealots get warped in.
Yeah, well, this is the thing is, I mean, he can basically throw money at the problem. When you're this ahead, it really becomes a much more difficult thing for the player that's behind.
He truly is a billionaire, Tasis.
Yes. He's too big to fail at this point in time. Oh my god, these Disruptor shots.
Yeah, by the way, he's going Tempest right now, so he's just going to start busting everything from far away. Tempest, Blink Stalker, Disruptor is an amazing composition.
But will this give Marrow an opportunity, kind of like when you see Broodlord and Fester suddenly counterattacks become more viable? Could that be the case here now?
Possibly. I mean, I would love for that to be the turning point where the Tempests just don't work, but I am a little bit fearful for Maru because his economy is just not that large. So if anything goes wrong at this point, it's going to be rough. But look, a lot of the supply in this army is going to end up being Tempests, and Tempests are good. They're underrated, I think, honestly. But, oh my god, does he actually see that a Tempest is making? The amount of Tempests that are being made, he's going to have like 10. Which, yeah, it's going to do a lot of damage, but his overall army strength is going to fall.
Isn't it funny that the number of SCVs consistently killed with storm drops is 2 in this series?
I didn't notice that, actually. First couple storm drops are all right.
Yeah.
But, I guess since then haven't been quite as nice.
So if he's not ready for the Tempest, this is going to be a big surprise.
Oh, he's getting ready. Oh my God.
All right, so this is the death ball now coming out here.
Yeah.
These are our spore crawlers over here on creep.
Now, he's making Vikings and he's making Thors to counteract this. Let's see if this works out, man. If Maru holds on and wins this game, I mean, he's already my hero, but it'll be even more so.
Yeah, we thought hero might be our hero, but it'll be actually be Marrow here.
That is so many Tempests. This is so crazy.
And this is a more efficient way to fight than having the Zealots because you're not even losing money. He's just shelling this from a distance, and you can see. Look, he's actually that's on purpose. He's getting rid of these probes because he wants bigger supply to make a bigger army.
Now, hold on. The Thor is coming out. Going to deal some extra damage here as well. But those shield batteries, that's what they're there for.
Yeah. And look, he can just snipe the tanks.
Hey, the Thor put on some real damage.
Yeah.
More Tempests coming out right now. I can't believe how many Tempests he's making. All right, a little Zealot counterattack here. The Siege tanks start to fend it well, but when it's only Siege tanks, the Zealots, of course, can get on top of them, cause some serious problems. Maru trying to fend that off. He's going to have to back up with these tanks a little bit. The Tempest just gaining value over and over.
Look at the money at the bottom of the screen here. Maru is spending like every second he's going back down to 0, whereas hero has so much.
Yeah.
Right now he's not even making anything. He's just microing. He's throwing more probes in here, by the way. It's 49 workers, and again, you just get rid of them.
But look, one thing I got to say, Maru's army is actually a little bit stronger right now, I think. But can he actually attack into this? There's so many disruptors. All right, see, he picks off the disruptor there. The disruptors, I think, are what are causing more problem than anything else.
I think the problem is that Maru's not going to have enough money in a little bit here.
Yeah.
He can't mine from the bottom. All of Maru's army is here trying to defend. He's trying to push up into kind of a position that, I mean, maybe he's going to get it, but at the cost of 6 o'clock.
Yeah. And that means that he is basically not mining at this point. Like, he just has to take more command centers immediately.
I think 3 o'clock is almost pretty much mined out.
Yeah, it is.
I think we are in the twilight of this game. It's over, GG. Hero takes it, and he is your GSL Code S champion. It has been 5 years. What a story. And right now, right now, Maru.
The true hero of Terran.
He's going to have to wait